Well, hi folks, and welcome to another video from me, Brummy in the Highlands. What I thought I'd do today is come back to a place that I have briefly visited before, and I thought it was worth a second look, to be honest. And this is Blackfriars Burial Ground here, Blackfriars Street in Inverness. Now, it is quite windy today, so I will apologise for any audio problems if you can't hear me. But basically, we'll go back into this burial ground and take a bit more of a look. Now, you can read that there. That's the plaque that's on the front wall of the entrance to the burial ground there. Now, it's a strange one, it really is, because this burial ground is right in the middle of two very modern buildings. So on the right there, that building that you can see, just there, that's the old British Telecom Exchange building. And another building to the left. I'm not sure what that one is, but they are linked with that walkway there. But right in the middle of these two buildings, you've got Blackfriars Burial Ground, which dates back to 1233. Now let's go in and take a quick look around. Now, there's some history to this place. Lots of history to this place. The first thing that we come across here is this pillar. Can you see that pillar there? Now, that's all that remains of the old Dominican friary. Look at that. Look at that for history there. Now, that's dating back to 1233. Now, what amazes me is we're right in the centre of these two buildings, and you've got this little burial ground. Now, I'm sure this goes missed by a lot of people that visit Inverness, and it really is worth a visit. It's not far from the city centre, so you can just walk down to it. But the history here, I mean, we've got one of the gravestones here going back to 1799. Now, I can't quite make out what it says. EMPNIT maybe, something like that. So that's an old one there. 1860, these two. And then you've got this one, Peter Fraser Taylor. And this one dates back to 1895. So there's quite a lot of history. But the important thing to remember is the Dominican friary was here, and that's all that remains of it now, just that column there. Now, just as we walk through the graveyard, I did do a quick video on this in a section on the Inverness walkthrough video that I did. But I have come back to do this standalone video because I really do think it is well worth coming to visit. But this is the burial place of William Chisholm Esquire, Provost of Inverness, and the younger brother of the Chisholm of Chisholm. So this is like a mausoleum, this bit. And then this one next to it, just bear with me and we'll have a wander round to it. This is Hugh Falconer of Drake's. Now, I'll try and get a bit closer to this if I can, because this might be worth looking at. So I'll try and read it out if I can make it. Without pain or complaint, was by the sudden stroke of death untimely cut off on the 3rd day of July 1775, 42 years. And his eldest daughter, Mary is also there, and his wife, Jean Duff. She was 65, she died in 1832. So we'll just leave that one behind there. Now, I do believe it is, the correct name for it is Blackfriars Burial Ground and not Greyfriars, as some people call it, because the friars here actually wore black robes and not the grey robes. They were a different kind of denomination, if that's the right word. So it is Blackfriars, I believe. Now, just as we walk around, I'm also conscious that we're walking over these graves and that they are sort of covered over with moss and grass You've got another one there. These are very old ones, these. I think that's 1813 maybe. It could even be older than that. It's very difficult to see. Very difficult to see. But one of the things that interests me, and we'll go and take a look at it, but again, as we walk through, just look at all these gravestones on the floor covered in moss. What a shame. What a shame. We can't even make out any detail on that. But as we walk through, can you see on the wall, just on the right there, you've got an effigy of a knight carved in the wall. It's very worn. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Now that, I believe, is the effigy of Alexander Stewart. So I'm led to believe. But look at that. Just take a look at that. You can even see his belt around the midriff there. So that would have been a great detail when it was original. And obviously over the years it's worn away now. There's not much left of it. But it's still there. It's still there, carved into the wall. Alexander Stewart, I believe. Now next to it we've got one, William Bailey of Dunane, the last male representative of the ancient family of the Baileys of Dunane, born in January 1789 and died in April 1869. So there we go. And then you've got another grand one here, like a pinky colour, reddy pinky colour. Again, James Bailey Esquire, of Ealing Grove, Middlesex, sometime MP for Horsham, Sussex. Wow, there we go. I wonder why that one's buried, put here. There we go, that's a grand one, isn't it? And then you've got the coat of arms down there. I'll just give you a closer shot of that one. So there we go, and you can see the knight again in the wall, but also at the back of the very back of the burial ground, you've got the gravestones of the people also carved into the wall, sort of embedded into the wall. Can you see that? Now this one here is 1752, I think it is, 1752. Here deposited the bodies of William Bailey, Clerk of Inverness, died 2nd of January, I think 1752, I think, age 32. And then that one you've got DB and MB, so I'm not sure about that one. 1779, I think, that one. Marjorie Mackintosh, daughter of Charles Mackintosh, and so on, all the way along there. Phineas Mackintosh, Captain Alexander Mackintosh, great-grandson of William Mackintosh of Boreham. And these are the Mackintoshes. So their gravestones were sunk into the wall there that you can see. That's quite unusual. And then we'll just have a look around towards the front. Now the other thing as well, the people that used to work in the BT Exchange building here on the left, when it was open, it's no longer open, they reckon that they could see ghosts of the monks of the Blackfriars, and quite a few of them reported sightings of strange figures walking about dressed in black robes. Not just one person, but 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, quite a few people reported that. So what do we think on that one, guys? What do we think? Is it haunted? Who knows? There we go. 1867, that one. So again, you've got them lying down on the Ground there covered in moss, obviously not looked after. There's one that looks as though it's broken on the end there, and that could be the top of it that's next to it lying on the ground there. I wouldn't think there's too much of a problem with vandalism up here, but I know the one in Chapel, the other grave, the other burial ground in Inverness, the old chapel there, the chapel graveyard, that's been badly vandalised and they've shut it off. I would like to get access to that at some point, but I'm not sure we'll be able to. So we'll just have a quick look at a couple more here. We've got Emily Farquharson in memory of her beloved husband William Henry Short, bank agent in Inverness, born the 8th of March 1807, died 1861. And then you've got one tucked away under these trees, which I won't be able to get too close to. Peter Scott. There we go, that's a nice one. Just tucked away in the trees there. But so just think about the history of this, folks. Lots and lots of history. This dates back a long, long time. What do you think about it being nestled between two buildings? Two modern day buildings like that? I know some people don't like that. But there we go, you can see the pillar again just as we come back through. You can see the pillar there. What a wonderful place to visit. I would come to this if you get the chance. It's not far from Inverness town centre. Just as we walk out the gate, I'll show you to the left, you will see the old High Church. So there we go, you can just see the old High Church there in the distance. And that's up for sale, and that's got some history as well. And I did a video on that one. I did a video on the old High Church called The Executions at the Old High Church, so give that a look. That's worth a look. But yes, definitely worth a visit. Blackfriars Burial Ground here in Inverness. So I think we'll leave it at that, folks, and if you've enjoyed this video, just press the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed, just subscribe to my channel. It won't cost you anything. Brummy in the Highlands. I've got a Facebook page as well, and a few other videos on there. Check the channel out. So until the next time, hope you've enjoyed it. So from me, Brummy in the Highlands, see you again very soon. Thank you.